YouTube? This is GM Colton from the future here. Unfortunately, I made a mistake when recording this session of In Golden Flame, that mistake being trusting OBS Studio more than I should have. Some kind of misconfiguration that made it not record the audio from Foundry or Discord. So I've decided to just have the visuals of the episode play on the screen for you at a faster speed while I just recap what happened. So we picked up continuing the combat encounter from the previous session, unsurprisingly ending in victory for the players. The final enemy mech pilot surrendered and agreed to give up whatever they asked of him, basically. He turned out to be a member of the Hellhounds, or rather a former member, maybe, along with the rest of the enemies in this fight. It was a little unclear, even to him, because apparently the Hellhounds are in a great state of disarray at the moment. Ever since our heroes killed Andros Capella, the pirate band has been flailing. But even before that happened, someone from the inner cult of the Faith of the One showed up at their base, and Andros agreed to take a job for them. That job being to recover something from the Tachyon, which we all know how that went. Half of the Hounds fully threw in with the cult, while the other half are now just struggling to get new work from anyone who's willing to hire them. Speaking of that, this group of former Hellhounds was doing a job for Roderick Steele, kidnapping people from Hell's Gate. The kidnapped victims are then being transferred to the planet Asphodel for some reason. The players took this pirate back to Hell's Gate as a prisoner for further interrogation. On the way back, Switch thanked Electo for allowing them to ride in the expanded compartment and offered to do something to help out with the kidnapping situation, starting by simply putting out a call on their Omnistream. Anyone who has information, just send it in. Almost instantly, they got a message from someone calling themselves Grand Mistress. This Grand Mistress claimed that they could share a lot of information about the kidnappings, and they were heading to Hell's Gate right now to do just that. Back at the station, the squad fully repaired their mechs and spoke to Jerry to warn him about the Grand Mistress's impending arrival. Gilliam suspected this was someone related to the Knights of the Dark Core, which is one of the more extravagant and respected pirate bands in Calliope. Their leader is known as the Grandmaster Marshal. Jerry agreed that accepting help from a pirate would be a reasonable price to pay in the interest of rescuing kidnapped people from Hell's Gate. And indeed, the Knights showed up very soon. Shelley and Jerry took a call from their leader, Grand Mistress Elska, who revealed that she had saved the missing salvage crew and militia pilots. She then used them as leverage to gain boarding clearance to the gate, much to Jerry's chagrin. Elska, a very showy and cocky woman, spoke to Jerry and the squad in private. She revealed that Roderick Steele is kidnapping people all over Calliope and having them brought to the Steel Dome on Asphodel. That is his name for a blood sport arena, in which he plans to throw the kidnapped victims into mech frames and force them to fight to the death in a battle royale style game. Elska and the Knights are wholeheartedly opposed to this injustice and have been fighting it to the best of their abilities, though their numbers are notably smaller than the other pirate bands of Calliope. They value quality over quantity, after all. Therefore, Elska requested the help of these very reliable and highly skilled lancers to go to Asphodel and put a stop to Roderick's plan once and for all. She was able to give them the exact location of the Steel Dome, but because of impact dynamics controlling the orbit of the planet and anti-air defenses at the dome itself, the squad would need to travel to Furnace City and figure out a route to get there themselves. Elska recommended they find and talk to the blacksmith, who is the leader of the Burning Forge, for assistance. And she alluded to herself having had a little tiff with the Burning Forge in the previous year, that being one of the reasons why the Knights will not be able to directly help the squad once they get to Furnace City. Elska has promised to reward the Lancers for a job well done, sharing enough resources to get them licensed up to LL3, and throwing in some vague upgrades for the Dragon's Tooth. Interesting. Before the session ended, Chief MacArthur approached the squad and asked them to try checking in on someone whom she referred to as a sister, or at least used to be a sister to her. Sounded like a complicated relationship. That person is most likely living in an outer settlement beyond Furnace City. And that is where the session ended. Next time, I will ensure that OBS is actually doing its job, and then we will head to Asphodel for the official start of Mission 3, to the Dome.